Hey there, true crime friends. I was not expecting to make a video today, but I said that I was going to drop in whenever I had something to say, and I guess apparently I have something to say. So listen, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's Sunday. Tomorrow, everybody is off work. I'm very excited to go honor those who have died for our country. Also, eat a hot dog. Okay, so listen. In the true crime world, we have heard from some of our favorite inmates. Favorite might be an overstatement, but we certainly have heard from some inmates. First, and certainly foremost, Suitcase Sarah. Suitcase Sarah has written a 7-page letter to the judge because she has complaints, she has thoughts and feelings. And here's the interesting thing about old Suitcase Sarah. Yes, she locked her boyfriend in a suitcase and then recorded him in the suitcase begging to get out while she tortured him. Sarah, not a good idea. But she was drunk. What do you expect her to do when she's drunk? She didn't know what she was doing. So she's been in jail for like 3 years now. And she wants the whole world to know because this letter was addressed to her lawyer, to the judge, and to the world. That means she was writing to me and you. So, okay, Suitcase, what you got to say? So she is very displeased with the way that her case has been portrayed in the media because she thinks it is unfair. And clearly she has been following other true crime cases because she wants a gag order. And she thinks it's despicable and she wants everything locked down because people should not be talking about her. Girl, there was never a chance that we were not going to be talking about your crazy behind because here we are even talking about your letter. And she wanted everybody to know, including the judge, that she's better than most of these other prisoners. Oh, yes. In case you wondered. Oh, she's way better than them. She voted in prison. She's well-spoken. She used some big words. I forget. She started her letter to us and the world and the judge with a definition of perspective from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Oh, you got a dictionary there at the prison library. Good for you, girl. Some of her letter made good points, like her lawyer is not meeting with her. Frankly, I kind of can't blame him. Would you want to meet with her? But listen, he's a public defender. He needs to go on down there and do her job. And she was like, he met with me on this date and this date and this date, and he's supposed to do this, and he didn't do it, and blah, blah, blah. All of that is fair. We want a Suitcase to have a very fair trial so she doesn't have anything to bring up on appeal. So, lawyer, go on over there and meet with her behind so we can stop hearing from her. That is number one. Number two, I get the feeling she's not that likable. I know locking somebody in a suitcase, that makes you kind of not likable, but apparently she does other things as well that are kind of unpleasant. She's on her 6th lawyer in 3 years. That's a lot of lawyers. I think she keeps thinking she's going to get better customer service from the next lawyer, and it's just not happening. And so her case keeps getting pushed, and she is very upset about that. She should have a lawyer that will fight for her rights. She should have a lawyer that meets with her. I think maybe this is not the way to get it. She also implied that the judge was getting kickbacks on her case. Ma'am, that you ever heard that saying, you get more flies with honey than I don't think she knows anything about that. Sarah has turned into a straight Karen. All due respect to Karens, because my sister's name is Karen, and she is quite delightful, much like me. But she's not a complainer like old Suitcase over there. She said, I know that all these social media and YouTube or whatever are making money off my case. Yes, Sarah. Yes, we are. I might have made 25 cents off your whole case. It's thrilling. But she asked the judge, what kind of kickbacks was he getting and how much was he making off her? Ma'am, if he's the judge for your whole case, that's not how you gonna go, because he's not gonna like you. Because even though he is supposed to be fair, and I'm sure he will be fair, and he will honor the law, it's not gonna go good for you if he, in the back of his mind, thinks you're a biatch. So that's not gonna go for you. Other inmates that we have heard from, Miss Lori Vallow. On the last possible day that she could do it, she filed her appeal. You know what ground she wants to appeal on. This is so cute. It's so precious. She said that the jury was confused. Because the jury instructions were confusing. Honestly, Miss Lori, the only thing that they were probably confused about is which one of these boxes do we check to say send her behind to prison forever? That's probably what took the 3 hours to convict her. Read it to me again, so I'm sure to convict her on everything, because I'm just confused as to how I can convict her more quickly. Lady, they had a mountain of evidence against you. You put on zero defense, no defense at all. And then you sat there and pouted and were mad that they talked about your ridiculous boyfriend, Chad. Ma'am, you're going to prison for the rest of your life. And now that's in Idaho, where they probably have decent potatoes. Now you have to go back to Arizona, and Arizona is going to put you on trial again for the attempted murder of Brandon Boudreaux. Do you think you're getting out of that? I don't think you're getting out of that. I think Chad is going to go to prison for a long time. You're going to go to prison for a long time. And Chad is up for the death penalty. And Miss Lori, how come you haven't just gone into a portal and poofed away from all of that? This is what I want to know. Weren't you psychic and otherworldly and a goddess? You would think a goddess could control this better. Did you need Zulema to control the weather or Chad to control the storm or whatever was going to happen? Because if you have all these magical powers, girl, why are you still here? Why are you in prison? Even your best defenders, your sister, your mother, all of them, everybody knows you did it. For whatever reason, you don't seem to understand that we know that you did it. But, oh, well. And then another prisoner that we've heard from, oh, yes, all the greats are coming back this week. Alex Murdaugh has been charged with 22 more counts of financial crimes. Now, here's the thing that I'm troubled about that. Well, two things. Number one, these 22 new federal crimes, they're federal. That means he might get to go to the day camp prison. I think that's what he's aiming for. I think he sort of was like, yeah, I took all the money. Please send me to the feds and not this local prison, because I think he thinks he can move and shake and get a better workout and learn to play pickleball over there in the federal prison. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hopes that the feds are like, yeah, it's a federal crime, and you're already in prison for life. What more can we possibly do? I hope that the state and the federal work something out where he has to keep his behind right there in federal prison in solitary confinement, solitary confinement, not consignment, because you can't consign that prison sentence, honey. You got to do it all yourself. Where you have to do all your time down there in the hole or whatever they call it. I don't believe in torturing prisoners, but in his particular case, they'll have to treat him that nice. I'm not gonna be at the rally. I'm not gonna have a GoFundMe. We have not yet heard anything about the movie that Jim Griffin and Buster are participating in. Oh, you know they making money off that. That's why Buster don't have to be down at the Buffalo Wild Wings getting us any sauce or anything like that. He's probably not even applied at the Burger King or the Burger Chef or anything else, because he's getting that movie money. Sir, I hope you pinching a penny. I hope you clipping coupons, because you know it's not going to last that long. Movie money is great, but it comes and then it goes, because if you keep spending without more income, it's not going to look up for you. Maybe they're writing books. Oh, you know John Marvin is writing a book. Oh, John Marvin is writing a book, because he's just like, I'm the good brother. I tried to do the right thing. Excuse me while I write my book. You know, after a president leaves office and all their cabinet members or whatever, everybody writes a book and they get money. They have a little something in their pocket for about 35 seconds. What you going to do after that? Because, gentlemen, you are young enough to live for a good long time. And this is like live good for the next year money, not live good for a lifetime money. I hope you dump Alex Murdaugh and then write a book about that. Now, we'll keep watching that. We'll keep looking at that. We sure will, because we recognize that your whole family is scum, and we kind of wish you would go away. You won't, because that's going away and doing the right thing. That's not your bailiwick. But eventually, the world will move on, just like we moved on from the rose petal case with the buggery down there in South Carolina. Will, folks, I know you tried to get us all to be interested in that nasty case where the people was doing the nasty things to the animals. Nope. You can kill humans all day long and people will be like, that's terrible. Mess with an animal? They will cancel you, so you will forever be canceled. When was the last time you heard from Michael Vick? See what I'm saying? People don't like it when you mess with animals. And Will, folks, you was a little bit too excited about the buggery going down there in South Carolina. What you be up to, Will? You got 7 kids. I'm looking at you like you got a adopted dog, a stray cat or something like that. What you doing to them animals down there, Will? Why were you so excited about that case? Ew. I do not like him. That man is creepy. And so I will not talk about him anymore. In closing, it is a holiday weekend. I'm very, very excited. 20 years ago, my son's about to turn 25 next week. For his 5th birthday, I bought him this swing set, right, from Little Tykes. And you listen, I will pinch a penny. I am cheap. This is 20 years ago, wasn't nobody doing online shopping, but I was doing online shopping. So I found a warehouse distribution place that would deliver a big giant swing set to your house. And so I was like, oh, this is good. Okay, went on my little computer and I had him delivered to my house. Somewhere in my mind, I thought that meant that they were going to like bring it to my backyard and set it up. No, a big semi truck pulled down my street, pushed these boxes off the back of the truck and left 3 giant boxes sitting in my front yard. And I was pregnant. So I spent the next, I don't even know how long, probably the next week, cutting the boxes open and dragging piece by piece this giant swing set pieces to my backyard and then put it together. And then when we moved out of that house, the movers moved it from that house to that house, this house. We've been in this house for like 17, 18 years. That swing set has been in good condition, sitting in my backyard 4 years. Well, my baby is 15. We don't need swing sets anymore. So I gave it away on Facebook Marketplace because I figured it'd be too much of a pain in the neck to sell it. And then I would have to like power wash it or something. So I gave it away. When you do a free listing on Facebook Marketplace, people act like you're giving away free bags of cash. The number of messages that I got, I was like, here's a picture. Let me know when you can pick it up. Oh, can you drop it off at my house? No, I can't drop it off at your house. Can I make 65 trips back and forth to your house? No, I'm gonna need you to get a truck. Can my cousin's, uncle's, brother's, third cousin's, sister-in-law get it? Whoever shows up here first can get it. It was a mayhem, but in less than 24 hours, I got rid of the swing set. So now we're trying to figure out what to put in the backyard. There's just a big bald spot in the grass where it used to be. And so I think the kids want like a pergola or something like that. We're going to figure it out. So I'm going to spend this weekend planning what to do in my backyard. In the meantime, we're just going to make that little spot a fire pit and go on with the rest of the weekend. I hope you're doing something exciting too. And tell me all about it in the comments. Until then, I will see you later. No case on Monday. Unless I decide to drop in here and run my mouth. And child, you know I am want to drop in and run my mouth for no good reason. Because that's how I roll. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.